Hey guys, good evening, I guess. I will say good evening. It's been a long time. We've done a live stream. So, the plan for this live stream is really simple. I am online right here. The couple of things, if you're watching this in a replay, a lot of people gonna join this live stream and they're gonna ask me the question which gonna be relevant to selling on eBay, selling on Amazon, or selling on Shopify. So you might have the similar question in your mind as well, and you might never had an opportunity to ask me that question. So if you're watching this live, then you will get the answer to your question. But if you're watching this in a replay, obviously people might ask a similar question as the question that you may have in your mind as well, and you will get the answer to your question. So also, if somebody is looking to get the store review, either it's a eBay store or Amazon store as well, I will be also looking at the stores at the same time. And also we're going to touch a little bit on eBay product research as well, because this particular month, this December month, I'm planning to, whatever the videos I will post, it's gonna be relevant to eBay product research, because I believe a lot of people are struggling to do eBay product research when it comes to, part of them selling online as well. So this particular month, I will be particularly focused on eBay product research. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so, because it's gonna help you out. A couple of rules as well. If you want me to look at your store, just let me know inside the chat and I will tell you how to send me the store link as well. And also I'm gonna be answering a lot of questions right here as well. So the first of all, Sahil is inside the chat. Hi Zain, hi Sahil. I hope you are good. First of all, let me know where you are watching from, what city you are watching from. I'm always curious to know. Prince is asking a question. Then eBay hold my money because the buyer has not provided feedback. How can I get my money then? If you have a tracking number, that will be a quickest way to get the money. Like if you have posted a product and you have a tracking number, upload that tracking number and the eBay system will be able to see that the product has been delivered. The reason they are waiting for the feedback, because if you, I presume you are a new seller as well. I think if you are a new seller, eBay want to make sure that you are actually posting the product and customers are actually receiving the products as well, because they don't want bunch of sellers to join the platform and then list the product for the sale, and then customer will not get the product, and this is the way it's kind of bad name for them. So if you're a new seller, then they try to make sure that it is something they are it is something which they are trying to make sure that you are a legit seller at the same time. So in these kind of situations, they do hold your money, but it will be quicker to get your money if you have a tracking number. I hope that help. Dusty Finger RC is asking, Zen, thanks for the videos. Buying a stock from retail store to resell is difficult. They never have enough stock as well. Just a few items. How do you do it? So first of all, selling from a retail store, either it's Asda, Wilco, Poundland, it is one of the way to sell on eBay. It is one of the way to sell on Amazon. Also, eBay dropshipping is also one of the way to sell on eBay, or Amazon dropshipping is one of the way to sell on these platforms as well. And obviously the wholesale also at the same part. Regardless, whatever the method you will go for, obviously it's gonna have the pros and cons, and those are the pros and cons. We will have to deal with them at the end of the day as well. You know what I mean? So the con of retail arbitrage is you don't have a control over the inventory. But the pro of the retail arbitrage is you are not investing into some kind of inventory upfront as well. So nothing is going to be perfect at the end of the day. But the thing is, you have to look at yourself and you see at what stage you are and where you can get started. By saying this, that doesn't mean okay, well, I hate that kind of mentality where people try to find the negative thing. I'm not particularly talking about you, but I don't want to give that impression where the people try to find the negative thing before they try to start any kind of business. So if we talk about, okay, well, we're going to start selling on Amazon, and they're going to talk about, oh, it is too competitive, or they're going to try to come up with a list of bunch of ideas where they are telling themselves, don't do it. So what you need to do at the end of the day, you need to sit down and think about, okay, well, at this level, what do I know? How much knowledge do I have, and how much investment do I have upfront as well? So I will give you 3 options right here. Those gonna set a little bit of realistic expectation for everyone, and this is like the part of process where I kind of go through before I start any kind of business as well. So let's say I give you 3 options, right? You can have it cheap, you can have it good, and you can have it fast. 3 options. You can only pick 2. You can't pick all 3 of them. So the first option is you can either pick cheap and you can pick good. It's not going to be fast. All right. So I'm going to pick good and I'm going to pick the cheap one. Of course, it's not going to be fast. Pick 2 of them. You're going to be missing out on something at the end of the day anyway. But that doesn't mean you should hold yourself back and not start anything. If you are in a situation where you don't have money to spend, then retail arbitrage is an option for you. But if you are somebody who don't want to be going in a store and don't want to live in a kind of like, okay, well, if I go to the store, I'm not sure if they're going to have a stock or not, then you can spend money up front and buy the stock from China. So you're going to have more control over the quantity, and you're going to have more control over the quality of the item. You're going to know at the end of the day what we are selling. So you can't have it cheap and you can't have it good. That doesn't normally work, So you have to sacrifice on something. And this is the part of every business. There are obviously pros, there are obviously cons as well. Like particularly if we talk about dropshipping is obviously very competitive, but there are the people out there make around 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 pound every single month as well. That's also like people with the retail arbitrage as well. There are the people, I have talked about them on the videos. They are just doing retail arbitrage from Argos, not from like going from a different store as well, making over 3,000 pound. I talked about it in one video. I actually show the store for those particular person as well. So the thing is, like, if you are doing it and then you talk about, okay, I want to do it, but I don't want to go through this process, then it is not going to work like that. Somebody asked me to look at their store. So if you want me to look at their store, please send your store link. Make sure it's a proper URL at Zain Shah. No, sorry, send it to support at zainshah.com, or go on this website right here and just fill up the form and give a title store feedback, and I will be able to go on my website. I put the link is also inside the description as well. Go to contact. I will actually show you on the screen right here. Gonna be easier for everyone. So if we are right here, go to my website here and then click on the contact option. And in the contact, you will be able to see this form. Put your name, email, number, and subject, put store feedback. And then under the message, put the URL for the store and tell me if there is something you want me to look at. So this will be first come, first serve. I will be able to look at your store while I'm actually live. I won't be able to do it when I'm not live, because this is the service I also offer as well. So when I go live sometime, I just, in a good mood, I ask people to send me the store link. Otherwise, I do have this as a paid service, but sometime I just do it for free. If I'm just sitting down live, I just, gives me something to do, something to talk about at the end of the day. So the link for the website is also inside the description and also inside the chat, and this will be first come, first serve. Somebody was asking about the course. The course link is also inside the description. This is the course page right here, and you will be able to purchase it from here. from the website as well. Let's get back to the questions. Okay. Okay. Then I started dropshipping on eBay using Salesy, and my seller account got suspended. They are asking for loads of information to get it. Well, so here is one thing I wanna make sure, right? When it comes to drop shipping on eBay, if you are dealing with the proper drop shipping supplier, that is allowed on eBay according to terms and condition. So eBay will never block your account because you are using a drop shipping supplier like Salesy. You know what I mean? Those are not the retail stores. Those are not the retail, you're not doing Amazon to eBay, or you're not doing AliExpress to eBay as well. But if your account got banned, then you can even provide them the Salesy, invoice as well, and they will be able to, look at your account. Sometime, even if you don't do something wrong, they do ban your account as well. So that's nothing new at the end of the day. So it's just a matter of calling them, and they want to verify like you are calling them from UK. If you created your account from UK and you are also a real human being, because there are many robots as well, and they want to try to kind of stay away from it. Once they verify all that, they're gonna put your account back as well. So that's not gonna be the problem. Okay, let's go to the next question. Zain, I hope you're doing well. I see a lot of content on eBay on your channel, but I know you also sell on Amazon. Do you prefer more on eBay, on Amazon? If so, why? I don't prefer one over another, to be honest with you. The reason I talk about eBay more than Amazon, first of all, honestly, whenever I do a video on Amazon, I don't get a lot of people watching that particular video. That's the first one, Secondly, I believe because I try to focus more on the people who are either in the early stage of their journey or who are looking to sell online. And I think eBay is a platform who is more beginner friendly. But speaking of Amazon, I'm going to have a full training on Amazon. It's coming out next year in April, just like I have it on eBay as well. Right now it is available at the moment, but Amazon one will be coming out April next year. So that's the first reason, like I try to focus more on a beginner and the people who are probably first year or second year of their journey. Because after that, they are, power seller themselves. They don't really need a lot of help from me anyway. So it is more, I believe that's the reason. And I actually do sell on eBay and do sell, like, to be very frankly and honest with you, and I don't talk about it, many times before. I don't think I have mentioned, because I don't want to give a wrong impression to the people who do not have an understanding of how e-commerce works at the end of the day. Because I always talk about, I say, do what I talk about, don't do what I do. There is a kind of a quotation. I actually make more money on Amazon as compared to eBay, but don't be like, okay, he's making more money on Amazon and he's talking about eBay. That's not true. The split is about, let's say, 60-40%, like 60% Amazon, 40% eBay. The reason for that, at the end of the day, I have an investment. I go, money in my bank. And that's not the case for a lot of people. So obviously, I would prefer that if somebody is starting out, they will start at lower budget, something they can afford as well. And going in any business, at the end of the day, the risk is going to be there. But going into Amazon, like particularly going into Amazon private label business model, it's an investment that you have to make. I will say minimum in a private label business, if you're starting like really a lower point, 4,000 to 5,000, according to my experience. You can obviously start a lot lower than that, but output is not going to be really well. That's my opinion. So I say, focus on what you can. That's my motto always. Like currently at this particular time, do what you can. We can't climb on the top of Eiffel Tower straight away. It takes little bit of time to build each and everything. And in general, I believe you wanna sell on eBay, you wanna sell on Amazon, wherever you can make money. Like, be there. Nothing wrong with it. But rather than try to be everywhere at first place and then end up being nowhere, because that's what I see in a lot of people. If you try to come up with some kind of plan, some kind of strategy, some kind of step-by-step process, step-by-step system which you can actually implement it, I believe then the things are more organized, and then we see money coming in as well. So let's say you want to leave your house. You haven't checked the navigation where you're going, or check the map where you are going. You haven't checked if you have enough fuel inside the car. You have enough, electric charging inside the car, or and you just you want to leave, like you left straight away. You left early, you started your journey early, but you don't know where you're going, and then you're gonna end up taking every road to reach to your destination. That might take you very long time. But as compared to you sit down and you see, okay, this is where I'm going, and this is how much fuel I have, or this is how much charging I have left over. Then you start your journey, and then you might be a little bit late because you left late, but you will be there. So the point is, it's okay to come late as compared to never showing up. That's kind of my motto. Hi Zain from UK. How you use Amazon tracking number on eBay? That's a great question. So there is a tool called Tracker Bot. I have done a video on it as well, and that will convert your Amazon tracking number, which is not normally accepted by eBay, and it will convert into Blue Care tracking number, which is accepted by eBay as well. So that's the tool if you need to use if you are looking to convert your Amazon tracking number, and that will also fix your item location issue as well. So I'm gonna put that one inside the chat right here, the link, and you will be able to see that. There is a little bit delay behind when I'm talking, a little bit delay in the chat as well. So that will actually fix the problem. I touched on this topic in a very detail over there. So there is no point talking about it again. Would you recommend using Amazon Vine for new listing? I'm not really sure. What do you mean by Vine? V-I-N-E. I might need to Google it. Amazon Vine. You might misspelled it, or this is something I'm not really familiar with it. Oh, so Amazon Vine is an invitation program which select the most insightful reviewers. I'm not familiar with Amazon Vine program a lot. It might be just for the people who want to review Amazon product. It might be for them. Looks to me, to be honest with you. Do you have an issue with the Royal Mail 3 out of 10 item? Yeah, I posted this on a Facebook as well. So before, the customer was I posted this before Royal Mail strikes, and now people are asking where are my item. So I posted a very very important document for my personal use, and I wanted it to be special delivery, delivered next day. I posted it last Thursday, and that item got delivered today. And that was special delivery. I paid £9 something. I went to post office because I didn't want it to get them lost in a bulk of. That was a very important document. So I went there, and special delivery got delivered in 4 days as well. So that's a very long type. I have an eBay store clearance partner. Can please. Where was it? Okay. Can you please review by store if possible? So can you please rate by store? Yeah, again, send me the fill up the form on the website, and I will be able to send you over. Okay, started 3 weeks ago. made 140 selling some old stuff and made 70 from eBay, Poundland, dropshipping. Like, thank you so much for letting other people know who never started. Like, at the end of the day, it is you are the one who is putting all the efforts as well. So I hats what they call it, hats up to you, something like that. But anyway, binge watching your content from Vacay in Greece. I saw your TikTok shop creation video last week, another one published this week. Was it meant to be same content? Great question as well. So the first video which I posted about how to start a TikTok shop, at some point where I'm actually showing how to list the product, I forgot to share my screen. So a lot of people in the comments are telling me, Zain, we can't see your screen. Like, you are showing us here that how to list the product on TikTok and we can't see the screen. So I had to delete the video and record that particular portion. And if you go to that video, you will see at where I'm showing how to actually list the product on TikTok, I'm wearing different clothes as compared to the like a first, second, and the last portion. So the third portion in the middle is like I have a different clothes. So I forgot to share my screen during that time. So I had to delete that and then redo that part, and then I published that video yesterday. That's the thing. Zahid Chaudhary is asking a question. How many listings should we have? You can make a lot of money from one listing, and you can have like 1,000 listing and you might not make any sales. That doesn't really matter. The question you should be asking, and I think the way I'm gonna ask the question, you're gonna also get the answer as well. How many products that we can have or should have which get the sales on a consistent basis, and that answer will be as many you can, because you are there to make money. So I'm like a huge advocate for not listing the product, which will end up being dead anyway if you are particularly doing a drop shipping. And this is a problem with a lot of eBay dropshippers. Like, once they are using some kind of software, they just do bombardment of listing, and that hurts your overall conversion rate, So you want to keep your store conversion rate higher. So you list 5 items or 10 items, see how they are doing, and then you go to the next items this way as well. Let's go to the next one. Zain, why aren't you playing in a World Cup? They don't let me play, I think. That's why. Sir, what are the best retail stores? I think I kind of skipped many question. Okay. Here. Hi, Zain. I set up my company and business account and Amazon seller account. My problem is I don't know what to sell. Please help me. Should I sign up for Helium 10 or Jungle Scout? How do I list the product? Okay, so this is great question as well. You looks like you are in an early stage and you've done the things to set up your business. That's great as well. Now, what you want to do, you want to have some kind of notebook maybe. Like, something, or even a mobile application like a notes inside your mobile or Excel sheet or anything like that. And you wanna put these questions there. And trust me, this is going to help you a lot. Just hear me out, because this is super important to have. I call those data. I have like a personal thoughts data. I have a product research data. I have the question I need to get the answer data, like a lot of folders inside my notes as well. So now your journey on Amazon have started. So make one folder or have one diary, which you are calling my Amazon diary, for example, right? So the first, you need to sit down And these are all the questions that you are asking to yourself, right? So you maybe didn't know how to register a company, you maybe didn't know how to have a business bank account, and you found this information from somewhere, right? Now the next part of information is what to sell on Amazon, and then you are asking a question how to list the product on Amazon as well. So you want to write down these two questions, and I swear to God, this is so underrated, and that wasn't the case when I started back in 2012. Go on a YouTube and go on a Google, watch tons of video. Forget about watching Netflix. Switch off my live stream right now. Don't watch it because it might not be useful to you at this point. If you feel like you are wasting your time, unsubscribe to me if I'm not providing you any value. Only stay focused on what you need to do. Your next is I'm not asking you to subscribe to Helium 10 and Jungle Scout, because having a subscription to those tools at this point where you don't know how to use those tools is not going to be helpful for you anyway. First, you need to collect all the information, right? So open that diary and write it down. Okay, now my next objective is I need to learn about Amazon product research. Once you're watching a video, right, shut all the distractions around you and take notes about that. Take notes about that and then move on to next question, right? And this is it's going to be very helpful for a lot of people. I'm going to share my screen, and I actually talked about this one before as well. So if I share my screen and I go to your channel and I go to community right here, and I'll post a lot of stuff here as well. Okay. Give me 1 second because I'm looking for something here. I think I posted this one. How to sell on okay, here. I think that's the one. Here, if you can see my screen right now, I talked about SKUs. I don't know where to get started. Okay. You want to sell on Amazon? You need to sit down and write all these questions. And you might have a little bit different question, and you might have a little bit more questions as well. You want to write down, how do I register my business? You already been through that. How to open Amazon FBA account. If you opened it already, that's fine. Then Google this question, how much is cost to sell on Amazon? A lot of people gonna have a different opinion as well. Listen to everyone and do what makes sense to you. I'm not talking about just listen to me. I say listen to everyone, and then at the end, do what makes sense to you as well. How to import the products, and then how to list the product, how to do the product research. You're gonna need to write these 20, 30 questions for you, the questions that you are struggling at the end of the day. And then for next couple of months, if you are really serious about it, for next couple of months, forget everything else. Only watch the videos. You're driving a car, put the headphone on, just listen to them. You are doing washing or cooking something, listen to it. If your type of job you do, it allows you to watch on YouTube, or you can use your mobile, do that during that time. This is your homework. And trust me when I say this, the only difference between the people who are going to make it and the people who are not going to make it, the people who are going to make it, they have a fucking patience to actually sit there and do their, I call this 100 hours of homework. They have a patience to sit there and do this 100 hours of homework, and then they get started, and then they actually achieve at the end of the day, And the people on the other side as well, they're gonna watch one video here, then they're gonna watch one series on the Netflix, they're gonna watch one movie here. They're never gonna open Amazon account, trust me. I know this for a fact, and I've been through this for so many years. They're never gonna start selling on eBay. They don't wanna do anything, trust me. They don't want. And if you wanna be one of those guys or girls, be it, that's you. You're not gonna see any kind of difference or change in your life at the end of the day anyway. Let me tell you one thing, sister and brother. Now, nothing is easy which is worth achieving. And a lot of people talk to me and say, Zain, I don't know what business to start. I don't know where to get started. This question comes up every single day to me. I'm very used to it. I don't have a knowledge. I don't know where to get started. So as soon I tell them something, they go through imposter syndrome. They think about, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. So these are the questions comes in their mind all the time, every single time. But once you don't know and you don't have any idea, think about you are a white blank sheet of paper. You can write anything on it. You can really learn this. And I'm not making this up as well. Trust me. I don't know if this doesn't inspire you. I don't know what will at the end of the day. And once I talk about it, then a lot of people tell me, Zain, you sounds like a Gary V. You sound like some kind of motivational guru. I swear to God, after speaking to maybe over 2,000 people, maybe more than that, who want to succeed in their e-commerce journey, the real fucking problem they have is like they are not self-aware. And once I talk about self-aware, they think about, okay, well, I'm not good enough. I don't know how to do it as well. The way I see in that particular person is like they are just blank sheet of paper. You can program your brain and mind into anything. A 70-year-old guy, 70, I'm not talking about 17. He sent me an email a couple of months ago. It's about maybe well over 6 months now. It's not a year, but well over 6 months. I don't know. So he sent in an email that he's 70-year-old. He got retired. He just want to keep himself busy somewhere. And if he happened to make some money because the pension is not enough, if he happened to make some money, he will be really, really grateful to me. You know, he was watching my YouTube and all those kind of stuff as well. And he started to sell on eBay slowly, you know. And he's doing really, really well. And the time once we actually, you know, the time he sent me the email, that guy didn't know how to use a computer as well. You know, that was the case. The guy didn't know how to use a computer. So if he could do it, like seriously, write down all these questions and then you will get the answer for yourself. Let's go to the next one. Somebody said, yes, Amazon is more like for a big business, not for a small business. That's not true, I think. Over 70% of the items are being sold on Amazon are actually being sold by small businesses. And that's a proven fact, actually, not something I'm making this up. Okay, Zain, if I stay consistent doing eBay more than a year, how long do you reckon it will take me 10K a month? That can take you 1 month too. That doesn't mean like you can stay maybe consistent for 10 years and you might not say 10K as well. So that really depends on how you do it as well. You know, you need to do well and you need to do on consistently. That's when you're going to see the difference. I mean, it's like if I say you need to stay consistent going to gym every day, but if you go to gym and you don't do exercise, you're not going to see any difference anyway. So, yeah. Also, what are your thoughts on selling used item on a TikTok? I am in early stages of my journey. As soon I return, I was planning to sell both on eBay and TikTok, eventually Arbitrage. Seriously, like, and this is again very serious. A lot of people talk about like eBay is competitive, Amazon is competitive. I believe, I'm not going to say TikTok is going to be bigger than Amazon. I don't think so. E-commerce wise, that going to happen. But TikTok going to be really big. like, I'm not talking about just obviously the content side of it. For the video side of it's already really, really big. But I think when it comes to e-commerce side of TikTok, where people are selling their products on a TikTok online, I think that part of it is going to be really, really big as well. So if you are somebody who is like in the early stages of your e-commerce journey, I think right now that might be working against myself, in a terms of, because I don't have enough content on the TikTok, like how to do and all that kind of stuff. I should do more. But I truly, truly believe, I think they should start from TikTok. Like I said it there, I think TikTok should be the first choice of platform at this point. Like, I think it's going to be really big. So I think that's the answer there. Hi Zain, I'm from Pakistan. I'm doing a eBay product research, but I have many problems with the Zeek analytics. So this month, almost like I would say, if I post 10 videos, 9 videos will be about the product research. So that will actually help a lot of things there. Let me go through another question. Okay. If you use Delato for dropshipping, do you need to edit your photo for listing? I think it's a better idea to actually edit your pictures at the end of the day, just to stand out against your competition. Because if a lot of those people are trying to dropship the same product from Amazon to eBay as well, you are directly competing with those people. So having some kind of changes, it will actually makes difference. And I tell you how. Because I tell you, and this is the thing I was looking at today, right here. All right, we're gonna put that, copy this one. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna show you something, the difference as well, right? Okay, and I done this before. Okay, I come here now. I go to, I'm gonna be, I done a video today, so I know like an example on the top of my head really here as well. It makes a lot of difference. We're gonna go to UK warehouse. I always forget. They say this a Britain warehouse. Just call it UK. And let's go to the newest one. The newest one right here. And I'm gonna take this, maybe this one right here. While we are doing, you guys got the one of the product as well. This product right here is just £40. And on eBay, this seller is selling for 85, and they got some sales as well. But that's not the point which I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make a point here. You see all these sellers, all of these. If you see the title, they have simply copied the title from their supplier, which is 3J Dropshipping right here, right? You see, this person is even cheap as well. Look, all of them, they have one thing in common. Same title. And what that is doing? No sales. Look at the title of the person right here on the top. That title is optimized, well optimized. They have put as a 5 feet, fluffy, soft. They didn't just copy and paste in the title. If they have made little bit changes inside the picture as well, they will actually stand out more at the same time. So all of these listing right here are not actually even showing up to me, because I'm searching with exactly that title. But the people who are searching with this kind of item, obviously they don't know this title. They're not gonna type that long words. So this title, the one on the top right here, is getting sales. £85 this person have sold it. They got one sale. Roughly they have made around £35 to £40 profit from this product, because this product is only £40 right here. So that's the part of coming and showing up in my live stream. You do get the good product ideas at the same time as well. So yes, drop shipping is easier as compared to other business models, but that doesn't mean the copy and paste gonna work eventually at the end of the day. It's competitive nowadays. So that's what I talked about in my course, and I always talk about in my videos as well, that you do need to put little bit of efforts in order to get sales. So I give you one example. The people who have listed without making any changes, it maybe took them 1 minute to make one listing, but the person who have made little changes, it took them only maybe 15 to 20 second extra to make that changes. Just 15 to 20 second. Because they spend little bit of extra time, it is paying for them. They are able to stand out from the crowd. They are able to stand out from other people as well. So always, if you are serious, go through it as well. Can eBay dropshipping be done from the account created from Pakistan? I heard Pakistan account gets suspended. I think most likely they do. If you are using a VPN, that might not be the case, if you are using a VPN. I used to watch when there were 4 views, nearly 40 now. Well done. Oh, thank you. Once I would honestly, mostly, I'm not even looking at how many views I'm getting and those kind of stuff as well, honestly. But it is, at the end of the day, it is thanks to you guys who are there from longest period of time. Okay, do you have to register your eBay business, or you can choose to be a sole trader? You can be a sole trader as well. That's not the problem. If I choose the sole trader, can I later register my business limited in the future, or will that affect anything? No, it wouldn't affect anything. The only thing you want to make sure at this point is whatever you choose your eBay store name to be, because even if you register as a sole trader, you can still pick the name for your store and you can still pick the name for your business. And that business doesn't have to be registered as a limited company. But at least I will make sure that at least the name that you will choose is available if you decide to register your, as a limited company as well. So, my name is Zain Shah, and if I want to have a website, zainshah.com, that domain is not available. I can't register that. So if my parents have seen this, if we are giving this name to this child, that not a good example. So they will give me the name where the domain will be available as well. So that will make a difference. So that's why I'm always use all social media handles everywhere. Hi Zain Shah. But that's what you want to make sure that they will be available. Next one. I started eBay dropshipping, watching your instruction, but no sales yet. How do we know exactly what to sell? I have a video coming out. Again, I said that December will be the product research for me. So I'm going to try to focus as many videos I can publish on a product research, because I see a lot of people struggle on this particular part as well. So try watching those videos and you will be able to, improve something. I started my eBay and Amazon journey in 2020. I have mentioned here before, but after actually listening to your advice and following most of your steps, as I have mentioned before, I am a full-time seller now. I mean, honestly, comments like this makes me really, really happy. Seriously. You don't know, being a full-time seller on eBay and Amazon, I'm not talking about obviously financially, but you are running any business is hard. So I'm not going to sit here and shit on the people who are doing a job or be bravo to the people who are working. But, being able to kind of decide your own time for the work, it's one of the beautiful thing you can have, honestly. Like, I start whenever I want. Obviously, I need to do, this is the one of, once you're running your business, there is nothing like a sick pay and those kind of thing as well. So if I'm here, I'm working, that's where I'm gonna make money. But obviously, a lot of that can be automated, but being able to decide your own time of work and being able to sleep whenever you want and wake up whenever you want, it's a kind of freedom which I don't know how to express it in a words. It's like you can only feel it at the end of the day. Thank you. Like, how you have eBay profit calculator? Do you know something similar for the TikTok? After 100 hours of watching vintage selling homework, margins was too low and terrible customer services. I'm gonna do more videos when it comes to selling on TikTok. I don't know if the people want it as well. If this is something, then at this point I'm just knowing I just made a video where I talked about how to open a shop as well, but I can go more deep into the product research and calculating the fee, all that kind of stuff as well. I think this is something I should look into. I will do that. If I start sponsoring the product on Amazon and then stop, will I still get a benefit from a sales history? Will my visibility still be better if I never did sponsor? That really depends on many things. So obviously your visibility will be less. Obviously, Amazon is also a business and they make a lot of money from PPC as well. So your listing will be different. But let's say once you are running a PPC, in your words, once you're sponsoring your listing on Amazon, you're able to get some kind of reviews. And those reviews are on your Amazon store as well. That will give like a social proof to the people who will be your next customer. And your sales will be higher because you are able to get some reviews on your product, as compared to maybe you never decide to run PPC thinking about, when I turn it off, I might not get a sale. You will not get any, because reviews are really, really important on Amazon. Like, everybody literally read reviews before buying some kind of product as well. So once we launch the product, we call this a honeymoon period. In a honeymoon period, particularly first couple of weeks as well, sometime, to be honest with you, we do sell the products at loss sometime. Like, I'm an established business now, and then if I start to make a profit from those particular product, then at that time, once I will be profitable from that product, my profit margin will be 50-50. So just to put my product out there, a lot of time we play dirty games. We run a lot of ads on those ones. I'm not saying this is something a beginner. There are different strategies, obviously. But the thing is, obviously, running a PPC to give an initial momentum, it can be very helpful. But I wouldn't go under the impression like it will be same once I will take it off as well. How important is a feedback on eBay? Will be difficult to get the sales without the feedback. How can I work around this? So feedback on eBay doesn't really matter like as much you think. On Amazon, the product reviews are different because those are directly on the page. eBay do not have product review system as good as Amazon have. So eBay normally go for a seller feedback, overall seller feedback, and Amazon go product review to review, product by product. If you have a good product, you have a zero feedback, your product will sell. Sometime even negative feedback as well, your product will sell at the end of the day anyway. when I do drop shipping from Argos to eBay, how do I manage invoices, Argos packing and return product release? You need to go and pick up the product from Argos and then take out the packing and ship the product by yourself to your customer. It's a retail arbitrage. Argos does not have, it's not a drop shipping supplier. So you need to do your own packing and shipping from the Argos. These days, do you use Avery as your preferred postal service, please? Also, for you, the same thermal printer you recommended one of your previous video. Thank you again. So, Avery, I use it for the small parcels and the medium parcels now. But I send out a lot of large letters, and for that one, I use Royal Mail. And when it comes to the printer which I'm currently using, it is sitting right here. I can actually show you as well. This is the printer which I use. It's a thermal printer. Bedbud, I think I done a video on it as well. If that's the video you were talking about, this is the thermal printer which I'm using. It's the Bedbud thermal printer. Okay, silly question. Okay, sorry. I follow your advice on eBay optimizing the picture, title, description. Some of my listings are doing really well. Other I can't get a view. Why this is? Okay. So if that's the case, like, to be honest with you, if you're not getting views on the listing, if it's a drop shipping, just replace with something else. That product might not be worth selling. But if you have a physical stock at the end of the day, I would delete those listings and then relist with the new listing as well. That also can help sometime as well. I was going to order some of the pets niche from Alibaba in bulk. How many shall I order? What about 50 pieces of dog harness? That really depends on your budget at the end of the day as well. You can go with 550, 500, how much your pockets allow at the end of the day anyway. Appreciate the answer, really helpful stream. Silly question, you recognize the video gives you a lot of info to newbie. Are there any more videos on your course? Thank you. So the course gives, obviously, once you talk about the course, a lot of information inside the course is organized as a step-by-step guide. So as compared to YouTube, like if you are somebody who wanna sit down and you wanna think about, okay, I want the information which I can implement at the same time, I can work along with that information. Like on the one side, I have the videos and it will tell me what to do first and then second and third. Like that's where the course become handy. And another reason, the reason I do this live stream when I'm sitting right here as well, and I give you one thing, once we are sitting on a YouTube, we try to keep one metric in mind, which is audience retention. People have a really short attention span as well. So what we try to do is like we try to not to go into some boring detail. And I give you one example, right? You can see the number of people watching right now. And I'm just gonna drink water, and we human beings have a really short attention span, and a lot of people gonna skip away. I give you one example. You see that? So the thing is, at the end of the day, is like once we are talking about the course, I went into the detail as much it needs to help you guys out without having to worry about I need to keep the people engaged. Like on a YouTube, we also need to worry about keeping people engaged at the same time. You know, so that's not the kind of metric we have to worry about once we are talking about in a course as well. Other differences on the YouTube, I will review a lot of softwares. I will review a lot of products as well. You know what I mean? But what will be my absolute favorite, like the dropshipping software which I have inside my course, I never done a video on it on the YouTube anyway. A lot of suppliers information is inside the course as well. It takes you through a lot of detail, and I give you step-by-step guide which you can actually implement at the end of the day as well. And then you don't have to listen to me. I have a great testimonials from real people on the website, and a lot of people ask leave the comments here on the YouTube videos as well. So I mean, and then I always talk about, listen, for me, always, as much I can give you out for free, I will try my best to do it, But at the same time, we need to kind of, like, I can't literally help anyone. You know what I mean? Like everyone, what I mean to say. So if with the course, you get 30 days email support as well. So if you have any question, you can reach out to me and I reply to those questions as well. But if I start having one-on-one conversation, like literally I get about 50 to 70 messages on Facebook and on Instagram. So if I try to have one-on-one conversation with those people, on average, let's say it's going to take me, like in a very good case scenario I'm talking about, if I be as quickly as possible, easily going to take me 10 to 15 minutes with one person. I can't possibly reply to every 70 people out there. And then who to reply? How do I pick and choose? You know what I mean? Then I'm going to end up being biased on something. So I think this is the most effective way. And then I always mention on the top of that, like, I'm not selling about, I'm not like selling any quick rich scheme or anything like that. You know what I mean? So if there are the risk with all the business at the end of the day. So the people who are going into the course, it clearly says on the website what you can expect, what you can't expect at the end of the day as well. And at the end of the day, I like hardly talk about inside my videos about the course. I leave the link in the description. People can talk about it as well. But that's like, something. If the people are willing to choose, that's up to them at the end. Diddy Dirt Deep, what's about OF? I mean, I don't know, how do I reply to that at the end of the day? I don't know. I should ask your sister maybe. Do you offer mentorship, private coaching, please, preferably TikTok? So not on the TikTok, just on eBay and Amazon. I have one-on-one Zoom calls. Those are on the website. eBay and Amazon, what shall I focus on my time on? Coming out your next question. Anyway, it's not worth talking to you. Diddy Dirty Deep. What would you recommend for some who is just starting out and doesn't want to commit to hundreds of listings? Is it possible to get the product reviews from eBay algorithm with 5 to 10 listings? It is absolutely possible, but it depends at the end of the day how good at your product research as well. You know what I mean? So as I give an example earlier, couple of things as well. I don't know, the people who was in the beginning, they are still here as well. I don't know. So I talked about it. I give you 3 options and you can only pick 2 of them. The 3 options are good, cheap, and fast. So if you choose cheap and fast, it's not going to be good. And if you pick cheap and good, it's not going to be fast. So you're going to miss on something at the end of the day anyway. Not dropshipping, but buying and selling, by the way. In those particular things, I always recommend about, like, I think if you really know how to really do your product research properly, I think with maybe 5 items maybe are way too many to go full-time seller. You can go full time as on one item as well. That's not the case for the drop shipping, I will say honestly, because drop shipping profit margins are very slim. So in a wholesale business model, I would say one product is more than enough as well. Can you please answer this? Can we dropship the branding products on eBay? Do these brand hit other seller with the IP complaints? It depends on the brand. I don't know. It's not the clear answer that you might be looking for, but it really depends on the brand at the end of the day. Because if you, let's say, sell an iPhone cable and you mention the word lightning and you mention, like, you try to give an impression that these cables are original and you use their logo, they are very tough about it. But on the other hand, I have seen many sellers using a Samsung logo and try to make it look like it's an original Samsung product. They don't have any problem as well. So that might not be the clear answer. But the thing is that there are some brands. It comes with experience at the end of the day anyway. Can you please tell me what is the automated software you use to fulfill your orders automatically? That really depends on the supplier. It's a little bit course level information. But I would say Super DS is good if you're doing AliExpress. Hustle Got Real is good with a lot of UK based suppliers as well. But I will say Hustle Got Real generally. But obviously you won't be able to automate the orders with every suppliers because you have to use multiple softwares for that. There is no one software which can work with all the suppliers. Some softwares work with some specific suppliers and some work with some specific suppliers as well. So that's why sometimes I use multiple softwares. Taki Ali, I live in Pakistan. My brother is live in UK. If I use his bank account, would be able to do eBay dropshipping without any issue? 100%. And that's what I suggest if somebody is living overseas, if they have any kind of relative or friend living in a country where you want to sell, that's the best way to go for it. J-side hustling. Thank you, Zain. You have given me so much valuable insight and your videos are very relatable. Your videos about having a minimum wage job and working as a waiter, how you establish yourself is a star. Like, honestly, to be honest, even if like I'm a kind of person, like I don't feel, of course I feel proud, no doubt about it. But if I, let's say something happened, God forbid it, if I have to go back and work again, I don't mind, I will do it. I think in the society where we are living in 2023 almost now, as a person who have an influence on the YouTube, like including myself as well, we are trying to misguide the society sometime, talking about how college is a scam and how showing up the fancy cars and all those sort of stuff as well. And to be honest with you, like it gives a very wrong impression, and we will see the consequences of that near soon. We can already see like unemployment rate is higher at this point. If you talk to any teenager who turned 18, if you tell them like you have to go get a job, and they think about, okay, I'm gonna be working £9 an hour in McDonald's, that's not the kind of life I want to have. Of course, yes, like that's not the kind of life anybody want to have, but that's the way the life is at the end of the day. And anybody who go in like let's say a higher position, a little bit established position financially or status wise, they have given some kind of sacrifice or some kind of work behind it. So I think I try my best to stay realistic. I try my best to tell the truth at the end of the day as well. And just to kind of, I'm not talking about just me. And I'm gonna like kind of, prove this now. A lot of people on the TikTok, they try to push some kind of, TikTok or YouTube or wherever you are watching them from, they try to push some kind of a paid narrative, some kind of a, like when I watched videos on the videos on like especially tech, like what mobile to use or what device to use, a lot of those reviews and a lot of those narratives are paid by the brands. We all know about in the crypto space as well, where everything was pump and dump at the end of the day as well. So being in a position where I don't know if I hide the information or whatever here, but I'm gonna show you here. I try my best not to be sellout out there as well, and that if that means like 99% of my income comes from genuinely selling on Amazon and eBay, like 1 or 2% income is just from the YouTube side of the business as well. So being in a position, I do get a lot of opportunity to make quick money, no doubt about that. I'm gonna show you right here. So here we have watched your video, thought your content is great. At the end of the day, this is the casino guys. They are talking about they're gonna be paying £800 if I do a video on that particular casino. And my response is always like, I don't talk about crypto, casino, gambling on my platform. Even your budget for promotion is in million. You know what I mean? So I think if I have a little bit of influence, a lot of people, they take inspiration from me. I think it's my moral responsibility not to misguide people. You know what I mean? And the part of what I do and what I sit here as well is try to connect people with the reality of life also. And if your job at this point is the option for you, and this is something which is putting food on the table, and that's the only option you have, that's fine, because it is life at the end of the day, and life is not meant to be easy. I think that those are not the things we want to hear from anybody at the end of the day. But I feel very, very bad to sit here in some kind of position where I am, I would say, lucky at the same time as well. Of course, it's a hard work, but a lot of people do hard work, but they don't get lucky sometime. You know what I mean? It also the part of it. So for me sitting here, a person who genuinely believe I've been blessed by God and have some kind of people who follow and look up to him, I think that comes with some kind of moral responsibility as well. And those responsibilities is like only time when I work with some kind of brands or people, I try to make sure you never see me talking about gambling, cryptos. I had a lot of opportunities when it comes to those type of things as well. And all the things, like literally when I talk about on my channel right here, either it is a dropshipping product or product research tool or any of those kind of stuff as well, I personally use those products. So anytime, when you have a YouTube channel, a lot of people, they reach out to you and they ask you to do the video about their service or their, like I have a sponsor, Osome. They sponsored my channel from long time. You know what I mean? But I always been open, and I actually use Osome as well, and I think it's a great accounting service at the end of the day. If I talk about Zeek Analytics, I personally use Zeek Analytics. You know what I mean? And a lot of these resources, like Salesy is one of them. I don't get any money from Salesy when I talk about Salesy. You know what I mean? There is a big dropshipping software. They approached me and they asked me to do the video about it. I used the software. I didn't like it. I see a lot of other people, they've been sponsored by them. They do talk about it as well. But for me to think about it, I think it's my moral responsibility at the end of the day. Anytime when whenever reach out to me, I send them this one as well. And this is my ethics statement. If I'm working with any kind of brand, if I'm doing a partnership with any other kind of person as well, you know what I mean. So this is my ethics statement, which I always send it to them. And I say, you gotta read this first before we go ahead. You know what I mean. So I talk about my channel isn't the largest YouTube platform by any means. I can actually put the link for that inside the chat as well. You guys can actually read this by yourself. And we're going to read this here. My channel is the largest on the YouTube platform by any means, but I truly value the relationship I have built with my community over the past years and hundreds of videos, of course. Sponsored content, like people who pay me to talk about their tool, is extremely rare on my channel. I don't get paid by everyone I talked about them. And I know some YouTubers, they never talk about any kind of tool or anything unless they don't get paid from them. If I choose to work with a company, it will be always because I actually use the product or service myself and genuinely trust the company to provide the excellent customer service and support. Most important, I will always make it clear. Always whenever is something sponsored, I always talk about this video is sponsored by this. Even though I use Osome, they pay me to talk about Osome, but I still, even though I love the tool, I will always talk about, I will make it clear. And if I'm making some kind of commission by recommending something, I always make it clear I make money out of this. It is sponsored. And if I don't say this video is not sponsored, then it's not sponsored. Most of the equipment and the products I use, I purchase myself. Like all the setup and everything, nobody give it to me. Sometimes people will send me the products, like, you know, some people will send me some weighing scale. This is our weighing scale. This is our printer, or this is our seller tape, or this is our packing. A lot of stuff comes in as well. And if that kind of stuff will come to me to free, I clearly say on my video that this was given to me by no cost as well. I normally don't even open it as well. Like I don't have a time for it as well. And all of these sort of stuff as well, I sent them to read this first. Like, I value my relationship with you guys more than anything, because at the end of the day, I think this can come from the position where I think I am kind of lucky to be the one, because I don't need YouTube money to live my life. You know what I mean? It's just 2% of my income at the end of the day anyway. So that's why I try my best to be open about the things, because I got nothing at stake at the end of the day anyway. So those are the things. I think it's very kind of rare out there. I think that's what connects me with a lot of people. When I talk about, you know, subscribers and numbers and those kind of stuff, I hardly ask people to like my video and subscribe. Like in my videos, like take any of my video, I would say if I make 100 videos, maybe only 10 videos I will ask people to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Like, I literally don't even ask people to like and subscribe, because and if I'm recording some kind of video, I always think about, is this video gonna be giving you some kind of value? Even to one person, I'm just gonna sit down and I'm gonna say it at the end of the day anyway. Do you still use the same weighing scale for the parcel did you had on the previous video? I asked so many questions, you've been always helpful. To be honest with you, I don't even use weighing scale now. You know, I don't know when was the last time when I used any kind of weighing scale. And the reason for that is like, I can look at the product and I can tell like what postage to apply as well. But if that's the video I talked about some kind of scale, I definitely use that scale somewhere in my journey of eBay and Amazon. Guys, it's been 7:30, I believe. 1.5 hours we've been live. I'm gonna leave the links inside the chat, links inside the description as well. Before you finish, if we ever be live again before Christmas, then I will wish again Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But if I don't, obviously I'm gonna be posting recorded videos. But if I go live again, then again I will say, but if not, then Merry Christmas and Happy New Year as well. And you take care, guys. Thank you.